I'm Haley Taylor, and you're listening to the Rough Draft Diaries. This week on the Rough Draft Diaries, we're headed to the circus, which may look a little different than what you're picturing in your head right now.
So we are in Eye View Circus, which is a circus studio here in Toledo, Ohio. And we're in the original room that the circus school was started in 2012. And this was originally a classroom in the Collingwood Art Center, so it had probably like 12 pianos in it.
The pianos have long gone, though. In their place, there are aerial hoops and silks, mats all over the floor, harnesses, gymnastic balls, stilts. Oh, and I should mention, that was Erin Garber-Pearson, who you just heard. She's the owner and the artistic director of Eye View Circus Space. She created this space, again, around 2011, 2012, and it was almost by accident.
I didn't know that I was going to start a circus school here. I moved here to teach at Bowling Green State University. I wanted to have just a movement space, and there wasn't one for what I wanted to do here in Toledo, so I started in this room. And it just started out where I had a couple friends I practiced with from Detroit, and one person from here, and then it kind of grew.
It did grow. But before we get to that, let's double back to talk about how Erin's love of performance grew. Erin grew up in ceramics and sculpture. She actually majored in sculpture for her undergrad and graduate degree. She found the circus arts when she met her boyfriend in Milwaukee. He loved the circus arts, and Erin found that she loved it too.
I think that any kind of movement arts, dance, acrobatics, circus, it's just another way to connect with the audience. So an audience can connect with watching and feeling what it might feel like to do something really scary or do something that takes a lot of strength. So I think it's just another way to connect kinesthetically beyond words or music to feel something. It's the tool that we're always working on honing and making a little bit better.
Although Erin had found a new love in the circus arts, a fork came up in the road. She was moving to Bowling Green to become a professor of foundations at the university when she realized there wasn't a big scene dedicated to performance art in the area. She had two choices. She could either give it up or start her own studio. And of course she did the latter, but that doesn't mean it was easy.
It's a double-edged sword. It's both good and bad. I've been really lucky to be the first one to start a just circus studio here, but at the same time, I don't think movement arts is a really sought after art form here, and I'm trying to create the audience for it. And I have a huge team of people that are working with me on that. I'm not working alone at all anymore, so I feel really lucky for that, but that has been really challenging.
Another obstacle Erin ran into and still runs into is the word circus. She finds she often has to challenge people's idea of that word, what it means, and what it should stand for.
There's times where it's easy to sit back and be like, I'm just going to give people what they expect, versus pushing the boundaries of what people expect to see at a circus show, because people still have this idea that like they're going to go to the circus show and it's going to be like dun, 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 and it's not like that at all. Circus arts can be incredibly scary. It can question you can question gender and so many like relative issues right now based on your art form or what you want to say, because again, it's just another art form.
Erin believes the best medicine for combating these stubborn ideas about circus or movement, different forms of dance, is to simply get out and explore the world around you, experience new art, and see how it makes you feel.
When you have more examples of that kind of art, then you automatically, your mind expands about what's possible. So what I want to see is just people getting out and seeing cutting edge movement as much as possible. I'm personally trying to, travel to see shows or be a part of other communities as much as I can so that I can bring that information back. And I want to try to support the like students and teachers here to do the same thing. It's like, go out, see other art form, bring those ideas back here, because it enriches this community and it enriches our audience too, to sometimes not know if they liked something and be like, did I enjoy that? I'm not sure.
Erin hopes the sense of community and sense of exploration can happen in her studio at the Bird's Eye Circus Space.
I just want to see us do even more collaboration. I want to see more partner work or group work happen, as well as solos. And that takes a whole village, like that, of people critiquing and giving each other feedback. And right away you can tell just from showing your work to someone what's working and what's not working, and take advantage of the fact that we are in a community that's really happy to give each other advice and see each other do well. Yeah.
I'm Haley Taylor, and thanks for listening to this episode of the Rough Draft Diaries.